Hello, crew. How is everybody? I am a couple of minutes late. Just got off a 2.5 hour Zoom call with my VIP mentoring students, and we were just all in tears. So I haven't had a chance to clean myself up yet, but we are here. It's all good, all good. How is everybody today? I hope you're all doing really well. For those of you that were, sitting here at the time, sorry, I was just a minute late, just wrapping up that call with our VIPs, and we're all very emotional and teary, and I just love that group. It's amazing. But anyway, we are here for you. It's all good. I'll just open my eyes in a minute. So what we're here to talk about today is I really want to have a discussion about something that I heard from a guru of mine actually just a few days ago regarding this topic of whenever something bad happens, how can we think about it in a way, what's the opportunity here? And it was particularly talking about the situation with COVID around the world and what's going on, and some places are going backwards. We've got one state in Australia that's not doing very well at all, and how we look at these situations and what we should be doing now. But I want to take a business focus for this. So the business focus in these challenging times, there's stresses all around us. There's, things that are maybe not going well. What should we be focusing on in the online world business-wise? So there were two main things that he said that we should absolutely be doing 100%. So I want to share those two things with you. So remember, this is a business focus. There's lots of things that you can concentrate on when things go wrong. What is the opportunity here? I know that's difficult sometimes when things are going wrong to sort of say, what's the light at the end of the tunnel here? What's the lesson, out of this? And it's hard to see something positive out of a bad situation, but there always is something that you can learn from the situations that you are in, most definitely. Okay, so that's what we're going to share today. A few reminders. Firstly, thank you to my VIP students that were just on that call for the last 2.5 hours. You guys are amazing, and it's just such a pleasure. Just such a pleasure to work with you guys to help you move your business forward. Secondly, my branding course starts today. It's not too late to get in. The link is above. We're only starting today. It's self-paced learning for 3 weeks with 3 live Zoom calls. So there's plenty of time to catch up, watch the replays of the videos, and then get on the live Zoom call so I can help you develop your brand. It's one of the key things that you should be doing in the online world. There's just no doubt about it. It's your foundation of building your business online. So you can still join through the link up above if you want. What was I going to talk about then? I have those of you in the coaching community, we have our boot camp. It's actually next week, the boot camp, a bit closer together this time. And I will be focusing on some things to do with Facebook advertising again. So stay tuned tomorrow. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But those of you that need help with Facebook advertising, that may be a training that you don't want to miss. Just lastly, those of you that want to participate in the next 21-day online crew video challenge, we're opening the doors again today. So those of you that are sitting waiting to get into the group, you'll all get in today. Those of you that want to invite your friends, your colleagues, people that you work with in your businesses, you can invite them into the group now, and they will be accepted in. So the group is open now, but it doesn't start until the 19th of August. But you can get yourself in your group, get yourself familiarized with what you need to do, and you can invite your friends. It's for free. 21-day online crew video challenge starting 19th of August. Group is opening today. I haven't got the link above, but if you go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, there is a graphic on the front page with the video challenge. You click on that graphic and it'll take you to join the group. It's completely for free. You got nothing to lose. Okay, so that's that. Now, for those of you that are new to my page here, I'm sorry I haven't even introduced myself. I'm so scattered because I've just come off another call, but my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. So I'm here to serve our entrepreneurs here, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those of you that are building a business from home that maybe you haven't created. You've got the rights, the distribution rights to sell somebody else's products, but you're building it yourself from home. So here we specialize in social media strategies, but modern ones. So for those of you that have exhausted family and friends, you want to build online, but you want to do it with modern social media strategies, you're in exactly the right place, because that's what we talk about. But my first live of the week is always something to do with personal growth and personal development, because your success in your business comes down to you. It's not a funnel. It's not a Facebook ad. Although some of you think it might be, it's not. It's down to you. It's how you handle things. It's how you handle life. It's how you think. It's how you process problems. It's how you navigate this online world, including Facebook ads if you're doing them. Some of you may be growing organically. Some of you may be growing with Facebook ads. I talk about both here. I support both. Okay, so let's say a quick hello. Who is here? We have Crystal. Hello, how are you? Crystal's a life member in our coaching community, as is Michael. Good morning, beautiful Helen, clever Henry, and amazing, awesome Q. I love that. Hope you're all having the best day possible. Hello, Charlene. Lovely to see you here. We've got Patricia, life member, Gloria. I almost missed you. No, I was just running a little bit late. Sorry. There you are. Good tears. Yeah, good. Well, sad and then good. But it's all good. Can't thank you enough for all you do for us VIPs. Thank you, Heather. Heather was on that call. Hi, friends, from Steph. I can hear you but not see you. Just might be connection. So just go out, Charlene, and come back in again if you haven't already resolved it. Visiting the grandchildren from Beth. We'll try and catch most, but we'll catch the rest on replay. Not a problem at all, Beth. Have fun. Pivot, yep. Back on deck. Olive is back from a little retreat of a holiday. She's been camping. She's had her feet up against the, like next to the river, watching the water flow by, and now she's back on deck. So welcome back, Olive. We've missed you, but glad you had a relaxing time. This is so fitting for online crew. Had an absolute amazing holiday with no cell phone. I'm recharged, very relaxed. So hang on to that and make sure it lasts as long as it can. So Heather's one of our VIPs, as is Janet. Hello, Tina. Good to see you here. As is Adita, a VIP. So is Megan. Hi, Sandy. On holidays at the lake for the summer, but wanted to pop in and say hello. That's lovely of you. Thank you, Sandy. Have a great time. 21 days this time for the video challenge. Yes. Great to be joining tonight. Excellent call earlier on. Thank you. Hello, Christine. How are you? Faye, good morning. Okay, I better get on to the content. So, in life, although this is a business focus for this life, but in life generally, to start with, we have things that obviously don't go well. And you may have heard me here in this community say multiple times, you will never get to the point where you're 100% positive and don't get affected by things, or don't think negatively, or don't have fear. And I mean, you're human. Those things are going to come up. What's important is how quickly you bounce back. So things will happen, but it's really looking at things from an evaluative state, not an emotional sort of state. Evaluate what's gone wrong, what you can learn from it, whatever, and, you know, pivot, as Gloria, you know, sort of mentioned, and just take the lesson for what it is and bounce back, you know, sort of quickly. So the situations that don't go well, we should be looking at what skills, knowledge, experience, what is available to me in this moment that I can learn from to help me be a better person or to help me get better results. So evaluating in that way. So when you can evaluate rather than be an emotional mess, you're going to be able to move forward sort of quicker. So let's have a think about this regarding business-wise. And particularly sort of COVID. And as I mentioned just earlier, that where this comes from is a guru that I follow. I've mentioned his name multiple times because he's just such a legend. He's Australian, but a lot of you guys follow him anyway. His name's Kerwin Ray, multiple $1 million earner, has helped over 100,000 people, you know, earn in excess of hundreds of millions of dollars in the online space particularly. So he was teaching some people just recently regarding COVID, what we should be doing on social media, what's important in social media in this COVID time, what should we be concentrating on. There was two big things that he mentioned, which I'll share with you in a moment. So what's happening, in just a bit of a backstory as to what's happening in Australia. And I think this might be hitting news overseas because a couple of you have mentioned it to me. You're already aware of it for some reason. But we have one state in Australia that is not doing very well with COVID at all, going completely backwards. And just a couple of nights ago, a whole lot of new restrictions, curfew for everyone, not allowed out past 8 p.m., you know, to 5 a.m. So not allowed out of their house, not allowed to travel any more than 5 kilometres away from their house at the moment. You're allowed to go out for a walk, but with a maximum of one person. Only businesses allowed to be open are supermarkets, like pharmacies and, general healthcare type stuff. Everything else has to be closed. So this state in Australia, which is not my state, thankfully, but this particular state in Australia, there are definitely people that listen here that live in that state that are complete lockdown again, pretty much. Okay, so it's a very sad state of affairs. So people are working from home again, just when we thought life was getting back to normal. Obviously, we're very fearful. My state backs onto that state. Our borders are in lockdown. You need a permit to get in. Like you're not coming in here. And there are lots of places around the world that are going backwards, unfortunately. There's still many, many, many cases in many, many areas around the world. I mean, share with me what's going on in your part of the world. I'd be interested to know. But it's dire straits. There's people dying, every day again. There's hundreds and hundreds of cases every day. So it was a conversation around that. Like, what should we be doing, regarding business at this time? And he was saying, like, with every obstacle, every opportunity, every bad situation, there's always something that you can be doing and learning from it. So there are many of you listening that are already doing these two things. Some of you listening that are newer to the online world, building your home-based business online. If you're newer to this journey, take notice and make those two things a priority. Well, actually, those of you that are more experienced, you should know the answer to these. What do you think the two most important things in the online world that you could be doing when you're in lockdown? Whether you're in lockdown or not, you should be doing these things, two things. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think is really important in the online world? But what he was saying also is, even if you're in a traditional business, you should be doing these two things. So across the board, anybody in business where you find, your doors might be shut, things are going backwards, what can you do in the online space that you are going to reap the rewards from? Maybe not initially, but later on. What do you think those two things are, or one of those things? I'm just picking up some comments here. Hey, Cindy, BC is pretty good. Things are wide open, but starting to shut down and restrict a lot. So going backwards again. School starts on the 17th here, but with very strict guidelines. Masks required, temps taken daily and throughout the day. So huge precautions still. Sending love and best wishes to them all. Stay home, stay well, stay safe. Exactly. Manchester is in lockdown again, but not as strict rules as in Australia. Okay, cool. Work on business and helping people. So, yeah, providing useful information. So all that's good. And it comes into play with these two things. So I'm thinking more specific, but I love that, Steph. That's definitely in line with what we're talking about. Be visible and help your audience. So how do you be visible, Emma? Take that a step further. Provide value and provide a sense of community. Love that, Emma. Exactly. Do all of that. Being a human and helping people, building relationships. Yep, do all of that. So I'm looking for a couple of overarching strategies. Maybe I should clarify. Doing lives, training. Okay, very good, Cindy. One of them, live video. He said, if you are in a situation where you're online anyway, you should be going live. If you're in a traditional business, share your story, go live, share, create content. Like one of the examples, this is a bit left of field, guys, but one of the examples was from a business. He was a car servicing place. And Kerwin was saying, take videos of showing different parts of a car. Take videos of you going four-wheel driving, if you're allowed out. But, create videos, create content, get eyeballs on you when you can't normally get eyeballs on you. So a lot of you are doing regular live videos anyway. If you started and stopped, one recommendation to you was to get some consistency. And something that I recommend to people who don't want to do live videos often, you're still warming up to it, you're still finding your feed, you don't really know what to talk about yet, just go live once a week and turn it into something with a label on it. Like, like a TV show is how I put it. So it might be on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, and that's your TV show. That's your regular gig that you go live. I mean, I would recommend you go live more often than that, but at a bare minimum, you should just pick a time, pick a day, get some consistency, and come up with a wacky name for it. And that's your little TV show, your weekly TV show. Just show your face and go live and share good value, and even talk about what's going on. But live video was one of the two things. What's the other thing, guys? Making relationships, yes. Engage with people on social media, yes. So we're doing all these things. Give value, build relationships, yes, agreed. Connecting with people, so we're doing all of these things. Be seen, be heard, stay connected, yes, I agree with all of that. Going live, yep, so Beth got that one. Consistency, yes, still agree with that. Networking, helping, giving value, yes, so this is all relevant. Do the live videos. I'm looking for a particular word here. Building like and trust, yes, Adita. Sharing values and engaging, all important. Live video, yep, that was one. Building connections with people, reaching out and staying in touch with everyone, showing you care, and your biz will grow on its own, yes. And what are you building at the moment, Christine? What are you working on right now that you're starting to build? You might get it from that. Live, give value, yes, yes. Do virtual happy hour, perhaps. Well, that could be a good thing. Have a Mug Monday. It's becoming quite popular. So Beth's got a regular Monday thing called Mug Monday. Stories, yes. No one's got it, guys, yet. You're all on the right track. But what should you be building? What have I been talking about for the last week? Christine, what have you just enrolled in that you're going to start to do? What are you building? And there it is. Building your brand. He said there is no better time around the world at the moment than to start building your brand, and how you build your brand is through live video. So building your brand, he had big words on the screen, build your brand now. And I'm like, music to my ears. So when other things are not available to us, those of you that have got traditional network marketing and you can't have your home parties and you can't mingle with people and things are in lockdown, you can still build your brand. Now, that's a whole different story. That's what we do in the course that just started this week, if you need some help with that. But building your brand is letting people know what it is that you stand for. What value are you going to give on an ongoing basis? What are you going to talk about? What problems do you solve for people? What is your brand? So those of you listening live, I just want yes or no. Do you know what your brand is? Do you know exactly what it is that you stand for and what value you're providing to people and what brand you're standing behind on social media? Yes or no? How many of you know, yep, I've worked out my brand and I know what it is that I'm striving for? Some of you it could be working on it. Some of you, it could be reworking it. Some of you might go, no idea. Some of you might go, I know I need to, but I've got no idea. Before I said, give me a yes or no answer, and then I shared that all with you. So share whatever you want to share. But the two things, so the situation that is not necessarily working very well around the world at the moment is COVID. Okay, we've all got restrictions of some sort. Some around the world are worse than others. This state in Australia, it's just so sad to see everything go backwards. But there's huge opportunities for people in the online world. We've never had more opportunity in the online world. So the fastest way that you can build up know, like, and trust factor with strangers in the online world, because everybody's online, is live video. But to make that worth your while, you need to know what your brand is to what you're going to talk about on your live videos. And that's how you build your brand. So on your own, or if you need some help, click the link above. But if you don't, you should be utilizing this time of struggle around the world to be doing two main things. Live video, even if no one's there, guys, even if you've got a big fat zero and you're mainly talking to yourself, don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep on going and work into your brand. Work what that is for you. You might change your brand. You're not locked into a brand. You can rebrand. Actually saw Kerwin on his Facebook banner. He's changed his branding again. Like, he changes his actual messaging, but his purpose is still the same. So, look at you guys go. Brand, build a brand, build customers, brand, being authentic, and that's all part of building the brand. Business pages and branding, brand, community, brand, relationships building, which is through the live video and building the brand. So yes, 90% on brand. Yes, so a lot of you are on top of this. Hey Mela, how are you? 80% reworking it, and that's cool as well. I had a simple one, but I updated it. It even feels better, narrowed down my avatar even more. Fantastic. These are the things that you need to work on, your target market, your avatar, and all that kind of marketing stuff that you don't know anything about, some of you. Yes, mostly. Rethinking, that's okay. Reworking it, cool. Yes, reworking, awesome. Christine, yes, doing my welcome video for my new page this week has been so exciting, working on me and my page. Haven't slept much because I keep thinking of great things I want to do to help others and create my brand. So Christine's in the current round of the branding course. Yes, I'm pretty sure about my brand. Good. So pretty sure, Mike, you want to be confident. Not pretty sure, you want to be confident. Yes, but don't seem to be getting too far. Okay, so you might need to rethink it. You might need to rethink the value that you're giving to people. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you want to earn more money, if that's your goal, you want to earn more money, you become more valuable. How do you become more valuable? You have a very distinctive purpose to what it is that you're doing online. You're just not talking about here, there, and everywhere and whatever's going on, you know, today, tomorrow, whatever. You have a specific purpose. So it's your brand. And this is what you can stand behind for the rest of your life, no matter what happens business-wise. Your brand is you. Your brand is something you can develop into whatever you want to develop into. It's something that protects you from whatever business you're in. If it shuts down, if you change business, you know, things like that. Your brand is you. This is the one thing in the world that makes you unique. It's you. It's your message. You might have a similar message to other people, but only you can say it in the way that comes from you, because there's only one of you. It's what makes you unique. You are you and no one else is the same as you, unless you've been cloned, you know, somewhere along the line. But there's only one you. And you want to develop out that brand and do it for years. And then you can monetize it and make a hell of a lot of money, because people know, like, and trust you because you've done live videos. It's very clear about what people see you as, the problems that you solve. You've got great value that you're giving on live video. And, you know, I'll just, you know, finish on Kerwin's warning around this. Just a couple of more comments, though. Being myself, working on it daily, about my purpose. Anna, branding is key. And why we weren't told that years ago, before you instilled it into us. Thanks, Helen. My pleasure, Anna. There are still so many people in this industry that are not talking about branding. They think going online is a distraction. They think building a business page is a distraction. If you look into the future, I've told you this a few times, even last week, the future of Facebook, particularly for consumers, is private. Business pages is where you can leverage. Business pages where you can build fans and followers, and they can stay with you for years, and you just become more valuable and valuable and valuable, because that's where you do your live videos. You need to learn how to blend business pages and personal pages, because you're not two different people. So I had a huge thing about, I think this is the corporate in me. I'm not doing any business on my personal page. I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing. They're my friends and family. They're in my warm market. They're over there. I'm exhausted them. I'm going over here. So, and I pretty much keep it separate still, but I still share things on my, I'm still one person building online. And so, you know, I will share things that I'm doing in the online world and social media and stuff like that, because I'm not two different people. So there is a bit of an art to working out how to build here and how to build there. And then there might be some of you that are building in groups, but not a page. And how do I fit that all together with my brand? And all this online stuff is so confusing. So there's lots to take into consideration. But the thought I was going to leave you with, Kerwin said two things: video, building your brand, especially with what we're dealing with around the world, and do it now. So Kerwin said a number of times, unless you start building your brand now online, it's going to be that noisy in a few years' time that people try to enter the market and start building their brand for themselves personally. It's probably going to be very hard to build an audience because there's just going to be so many people doing it. And it's definitely going to be probably a pay to play. Those just put more money at it, get the exposure, because this is where everyone's moving. Do you not agree that the online world is more important than it ever has been in the last, 5 months, coming up 6 months? We've never valued the online world more than what's happened around the world in 2020. And that is not going to slow down. And life will never, ever go back to being what it was. January, February this year in 2020, in many ways, life will never, ever be the same. People won't go back and work in offices probably full time. The whole working from home thing, that's more normal now. Yet that was just such a privilege to be able to do some work from home. Now it's normal. Now people are forced to do it. So it's just, social distancing, masks, how we travel, how we connect, hugging people, all that kind of stuff. Life will never, ever, ever be the same. And one of those things is the huge advantages that we have in the online world. But there are people that abuse it, and there's people that do it in a smart, business educated way of live video and branding and those kind of things. So I would just encourage you to look at the opportunity in front of you. I don't need to tell you that for you to know that over the last few months, but do it in a really smart way that builds you. And it just highlights, if nothing more, it just highlights the importance of live video and branding. So I'll leave those two things with you. If you are doing both those things, then just know and have comfort in knowing that you are on the right path. Just don't give up, because it takes longer than you think it will need to. People just give up too early because they think they can be successful in line in 3 months or 6 months, and when they're not, they throw it away. So if they throw it away, then that's good, because more people for you. Okay. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I just want to remind you, those of you that are still listening, I am doing a webinar again tomorrow, so I'm going to be live an hour and a half earlier. So those of you in the UK and Canada and that, they love it when I go earlier, but I will be live tomorrow 1.5 hours earlier than I am today, because I'm hosting a webinar. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Remember, focus. What are we focusing on? Live videos and building your brand, okay? I'll leave that thought with you. If you need any help, click the link above, okay? But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.